That's the trust but verify part of what we have.
As the Federal Disaster Recovery Coordinator and the FCO for Puerto Rico, there were changes that I had to make there, specifically on how we were operating. And so I had to pivot the organization, and the organization's roughly about 2,000 employees, towards recoveries, as well as ensuring that we had joint priorities between FEMA, the interagency, and the government of Puerto Rico. And so those were the big movement pieces that I saw were missing upon my arrival. And at the end of the day, aligning those were key to us being able to obligate in excess of $13 billion in 1 year.
You have to focus on those things that are achievable, that make the community, the goal is to recover the community. The Stafford Act authorizes FEMA to coordinate and manage multiple programs, plus all the federal partners. So the federal coordinating officer actually has that role of bringing the entire capacity of the federal government into an operational environment. And that's what we're trying to build. FEMA's not in charge. And I think that is the most important thing to remember, because the perception is often publicly that the feds come in and we take over. And the Constitution is very clear. The Stafford Act is very clear. We cannot be in charge. And there's a lot of logical reasons too. We don't live there. We're going to go away. So we have to always be in the mindset of setting up that state, that tribe, that jurisdiction for success.
Important is the setting of priorities. I think that was first and foremost to ensure that anyone walking into the JRO or any of the branch offices throughout the island knew exactly what they were working on that day, and could leave that day and feel fulfilled because they had either moved closer or had accomplished the task that led to the outcome that we were trying to achieve.
FEMA's always good about writing guidance, but we're often caught a little off guard on what it really feels like when you implement it. And even though we have great COVID-19 and pandemic guidance, what we don't have are these real life stories and the realities of what it's like to have a big team of folks working in one mission in these various locations and time zones and challenges with equipment and connectivity.
I will say that operating in this environment and the responsibilities that I have had for the safety and welfare of our staff, which I always take seriously, has really been taken to another level. So trying to balance the responsibilities of keeping people safe with meeting the needs of the survivors in this case and the needs of the communities, continues to be a struggle. As it relates specifically to integrated operations, what I'm going to say is operating in a largely virtual environment is especially difficult for a group that has coordination in its name.
I'm not looking for program experts, I'm looking for a leader. And that's what we need in the field. We need leaders, and leaders have to have humility. If you bring me someone and I sense that there is no humility there, they're not going to make it in the field, at least not under my watch. So I think one of the things that our future leaders need to understand is, first of all, if they're serious about this job, this is not an easy job, and quite frankly, it is not for everyone.
I've seen huge strides, great improvements over the last several years in terms of our FEMA staff and our interagency staff and their knowledge of what it is we're really trying to accomplish. So I think everybody's ready now to just do it.